where are you on your quarterback board right now, Todd? Who's number one on it for you?
I've got Haskins, but I've got him basically, one tick ahead of Kyler Murray. I think it's really those two to me. And I think after that, you've got a bunch of guys that you feel good about, could develop into a good backup in the league, and maybe a couple of them that potentially there's some starting ability there. Drew Lock from Missouri, Daniel Jones from Duke, Ryan Finley, who I think is underrated but doesn't have any wow skills about him, coming out of North Carolina State, and Jarrett Stidham from Auburn, Will Grier from West Virginia. So there is depth. But to me, the only two guys that have true first-round grades are Haskins and Murray, and they're both one-year starters. Haskins isn't nearly as mobile as Murray, but he's more of a pure passer. And Murray, if you hit on him and you have the right system and you utilize him properly, could be an absolute home run.
So then which is the teams?
Electrifying as an athlete.
So which is the teams that check those if boxes, Todd?
Well, you've got the Giants sitting there at 6, and I think that to me would make a lot of sense for Haskins. Then you've got Jacksonville at 7, and then after that, you have to look at, will Cincinnati finally try to make a move and make a change, or Miami? What direction are they going to try to go? Obviously, they need to handle their quarterback situation as well. So those are 4 or 5 of the top teams, I think, in the first half of the first round.
Now, when you said, though, of all the if things that need to be hit for Murray, though, you got to have the right coach, the right offense, the right system, the right et cetera, et cetera. Would the Jaguars be that team at number 7? I mean, let's see who's possible here, because we're assuming. Let's just assume nobody trades up in the top 5 because they get antsy over Haskins, knowing that the Giants are going to take him. Let's just say that happens. So that means the teams that will have a shot at taking Kyler Murray are the Jaguars, the Broncos, the Bengals. Yep. The Dolphins at 13, although I hear that they're tanking for Tua, like starting now.
Which is absolutely crazy to me, but go ahead.
Okay. What do you think? I mean, who are the ones with the outright, all those boxes you say, if this team has X, Y, and Z, Murray's their guy? Which one?
Well, I think Jacksonville makes sense from this standpoint. That, and with John DeFilippo, he can adjust what he wants to do, but you have a run game. You have a defense. And if you can get back to playing anywhere near 2 years ago on the defensive side, now it's bringing someone who can add to the run game and doesn't have to be throwing the ball 30 times a game. So to me, that one would make sense. And everyone says, well, at this place, they don't have an offensive guy that in some places don't. But Bill O'Brien came from the Patriot way and adjusted his system to Deshaun Watson. And, from the verbiage to the tempo to the play calling and just the different things that Watson was doing in college and having success, he's a great example to me of a guy who halfway through his coaching career can say, you know what, we've got to swap out what we did and we've got to do it to make sure our quarterback is comfortable. And I think we're starting to see the league transition more as the quarterback and really the college game starts to trickle up from the college level to the NFL.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.